Hey guys, gals, and pals, Mr. Obvious here. And today, we're going to talk about a counter-protester who crashed the March for Our Lives rally in Washington, D.C. and shouted, "I am the gun." So for those of you who don't know, the March for Our Lives rally is an anti-gun protest, basically saying they want to ban assault rifles, and they want red flag laws, and basically they want gun control and gun bans. Now, the first thing I want to say is that this was most likely not a direct threat. As I understand it, the man was unarmed. He was simply speaking a metaphor for his civil rights, namely the Second Amendment, "Thou shalt not be infringed," meaning there will never be a gun ban, there will never be infringement of your right to bear arms. The guy was immediately taken by security and dragged off stage. You can see him here being taken away by security. Now, I've been thinking a lot lately about what's the most important thing going on in America right now. This past week has been, my gosh, it's been a bad time. You know, my YouTube channel got hacked, my Twitter account was attacked by left-wing activists, and even my credit card was stolen. You had two swattings, one against Tim Pool, another against the quartering, and Rekieta Law. In a lot of ways, it feels like we are under attack in America, that there's a war between two political factions. On one side, you've got the Democrats and the mainstream left, and on the other side, you got everybody else. But we're going to talk about that, folks, and more. But before we do, remember to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon for updates for future content, and if you like this video, please share it with your family and friends and on social media. And now, a word from our sponsor. Introducing Webull. Webull is a trading app where you can buy and sell stocks and cryptocurrency. Open a Webull account today and deposit any amount of money, even $1, and you could get up to 6 free stocks worth up to $9,000. My friends, it's basically free money. So download the app, install Webull, deposit a few bucks, and you're gonna get those free stocks, my friends. Join Webull today by clicking the affiliate link down below. And we're back. Okay, let's jump right into it, folks. So right now, Democrats and many people, mainly on the left, are pushing for gun control and banning guns. You can see here on New York Times that thousands of people are showing up to the March for Our Lives rally in response to the Uvalde shooting in Texas, where 19 children were killed. You know what's so crazy to me about these protests? Well, the first thing is, I think these people are naive. They essentially want lawful, abiding citizens to be disarmed. Let me ask you a question. Why is it that these Democrats never go marching in places like Chicago or Baltimore, or any of these Democrat-run cities where guns are banned? Recently, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez posted the following tweet. According to CBS News, out of the top 10 deadliest cities in America, 7 of them are in Republican-run states. Now, follow-up question. Were you one of the members who sought a pardon after January 6th? I didn't. In response to Representative Jim Jordan, who was talking about crime in Democrat-run cities. AOC is trying to make it sound like it's actually Republican states where gun crime is a problem. This is not true. Cat Turd responds, "Bwahahahahaha. Emoji, 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 emoji." He goes on to say, and 10 out of 10 of those cities are 100% Democrat-run hellholes. And there it is. The top 10 deadliest cities in America are all run by Democrats. Guns are banned, they have gun control, they have gun bans, and whoop-de-doo, gun crime is still sky high. So no, banning guns does not actually work. In a lot of ways, it feels like America is completely falling apart. Here on Fox News, the New York Times put out a report basically saying that many Democratic lawmakers are deeply concerned by Biden's leadership. Many feel that the U.S. is falling apart. Well, you don't say. So top Democrats are basically saying that Biden should not run for re-election in 2024. This was according to 50 top Democratic officials interviewed by the New York Times. They pointed out his failure with the $1.8 trillion Build Back Better agenda, voting rights expansion, aka making it easier for Democrats to win, Afghanistan, high gas prices, I mean, you name it. What isn't going wrong right now? Did you know the average price of gasoline has just hit $5 for the first time in U.S. history, as inflation hits a 41-year high of 8.6%, and that's not even the true inflation, which is most likely around 10 to 12%. And that's just on average. You know, a lot of people have this misconception. Well, inflation's only 8%, so shouldn't my gasoline and corn only be 8% up? Well, no, that's not how it works. That's on average. Gasoline's up something like 60%. Food is up 10 to 20%. And that's just over the last few months. Things are spiraling out of control. You can see in the following picture, $5 gasoline, $6 gasoline. It's Biden's America, and that's all that can be said. There's a lot of Democrats out there who are trying to say that this is not Democrats' fault. This is not Biden's fault. He was a good boy, and he did nothing wrong. Oh, I didn't know he didn't shut down the Keystone Pipeline. He didn't say that oil companies are not allowed to do new drilling because of climate change or something. Like, seriously, the Democrats and Biden have been pushing a pro-green energy agenda, and they're basically destroying everything for climate change, right? So if gasoline's expensive, you can't drive your car, you pollute less. Yay, we're saving the environment. Who cares about the single mother with 2 kids whose husband died in the war, and now she's got to go to work, and she's got to pay $100 at the gasoline station to fill her tank of fuel in her car so she can get to work and feed her kids. Who gives a shit about her? Joe Biden doesn't. Joe Biden doesn't give a damn about Americans or what they're going through because my green energy, my climate change. Then you have all these absolute a-holes, these clueless politicians out there trying to say, just buy an electric car. No gasoline. I don't even worry about the gasoline prices. As they sip on their teacups and adjust their monocles. There's a lot to talk about here, honestly. The January 6th committee is currently happening right now. A lot of bull, you know. Just a bunch of old politicians talking about how those mean protesters, they hurt my feelings. I don't like them. Let's put them all in prison. I want to put all these Republicans in prison. Hey, let's ban Republicans from running from office so Democrats can always win. Because we're traumatized. It's just all one farce. It's bull, man. So there's a lot of people out there who are like, well, I don't want there to be a cultural war against the left, the mainstream left, Democrats, and everyone else. I don't want a war in this country. I don't want conservatives to be fighting liberals. Look, Biden says it himself. You're either part of the left-wing establishment and the Democrats, or you're not.
A lot of honorable Republicans, very conservative Republicans over the year when I was a senator. But this is the MAGA gang. This is the MAGA crowd. I really mean it.
And I'm seeing through all of your lies, Barack Obama, you wicked, wicked devil!
They have a fundamentally different view of the role of government and who should pay what.
The MAGA gang, they call it. Oh, so scary. But what he said was true. Anyone who's not a part of this left-wing mainstream establishment and the Democrats have a fundamentally different view of how the country should be run than conservatives and centrists and moderates and even liberals fundamentally disagree. I'm sure the average American, you know, is probably moderate, probably in the middle, probably, I don't know, could be one way or the other. Doesn't matter. But the average American doesn't give a shit about, you know, Democrats and Republicans, and they care about the prices at the gas pump. They care about being able to feed their families. They care about being able to take care of their kids. That's what they care about. So when you have Democrats who literally destroy the country, when you have Joe Biden, who is so incompetent that gas prices are double, triple what they used to be under Trump, under Republicans. When you have Joe Biden, who shuts down the Keystone Pipeline, who screws up the economy, who causes record-breaking inflation, where people can no longer afford food, shortages, I mean, it's a disaster. Joe Biden is the worst president in U.S. history by far. But that, my friends, is merely the obvious. Well, that's all for now, folks. What do you think about this story? Let me know by commenting down below in the comment section. As always, support this channel by following me on Patreon and Subscribestar, as this channel is currently supported by viewers like you. Anyways, thanks for watching, folks. I'll see you all next time.